The woman discovers on her engagement day that her fiancé comes out of a hotel room with a smile. After her fiancé leaves, she rushes in angrily and slaps the young and beautiful woman inside. Little does she know that the woman is actually her fiancé's mother. The CEO's mother had just returned from abroad to attend her son's engagement banquet. The mother and son, having not seen each other for a long time, took a photo together. The CEO posted the photo online with the caption, "This is the woman I love most in my life." The mother worriedly asked if this wouldn't make his fiancé jealous, but the CEO casually replied that his mother is the woman he loves most. However, as soon as he said this, his fiancé called, furiously accusing the CEO of being so intimate with another woman. The CEO felt helpless, thinking his fiancé was making a fuss over nothing, so he hung up the phone. He forgot that his mother and fiancé had never met before. At this moment, she mistakenly thought her mother-in-law was her boyfriend's lover, and she became furious. Her friend reminded her that she had worked hard to marry into a wealthy family and that she couldn't let another woman take the lead at this critical moment. After hearing this, the evil woman immediately revealed her true colors, her expression becoming extremely fierce. Meanwhile, the CEO was unaware of his fiancé's misunderstanding and was happily sending his mother to rest in the hotel. The mother noticed her son's tie was crooked, so she helped him fix it and then whispered to her son. They didn't know that this scene was just witnessed by the fiancé's friend. Seeing her friend's fiancé being intimate with another woman, the woman secretly took a few photos with her phone. Then the CEO's fiancé's phone rang, and her friend said, "Your husband is actually in a hotel room with a woman." Seeing the woman in the photo with her boyfriend again, the woman angrily asked her friend to investigate where they were. The friend followed the mother and son all the way and secretly took a photo of the room number after they entered the room, then sent it to the woman. The CEO was still unaware, telling his mother that the engagement banquet would be held in this hotel at 5 p.m., and asked her to rest here first while he had something else to handle. Then he left the room. The fiancé who came rushing in just happened to see this scene. The woman once again showed a fierce expression, definitely being well served by the fox spirit inside, vowing to tear the woman in the room into pieces. At this moment, the mother in the room took out the gift she had prepared for her daughter-in-law, a villa worth $100 million and a priceless sapphire necklace. She was thinking about whether her daughter-in-law would like it when there was a knock on the door. She thought it was her son coming back for something he had left behind, laughing at her son for being as careless as when he was a child, and put the gift into the bag. Then she went to open the door without any guard, only to be slapped in the face. When the woman was confused, her daughter-in-law ordered 3 friends to drag her into the room. The woman asked in horror what they were going to do, but these women completely ignored the woman's plea. When the door was closed, the evil woman shouted, "You seduced my man, this is your end." Then she kept slapping the mother-in-law's face. After slapping 80 times, the woman finally saw the face of the person who hit her. Because she had seen the daughter-in-law's photo before, she recognized it. But as soon as she wanted to explain, she was choked and couldn't speak. Until the woman was almost suffocated, the daughter-in-law let go and warned the woman, "Don't ever try to snatch my husband in this life. When I marry into a wealthy family, I will definitely sell you to a brothel." Although the woman tried her best to explain that she was not the CEO's lover, the crazed daughter-in-law didn't listen at all. And when the CEO's mother took out her mobile phone to prove her innocence, the daughter-in-law became furious when she saw the wallpaper. She thought the woman in front of her deliberately let the CEO post their photo online and wrote, "You are the woman I love most in my life." It was only at this moment that the woman realized that it was her son's circle of friends that caused the trouble. As she was about to explain, she was interrupted by her daughter-in-law, who ordered her friends to strip the woman. The friends obediently started, and the daughter-in-law picked up her mobile phone and started recording, vowing to ruin her reputation. The woman struggled desperately and finally found an opportunity to shout that she was the CEO's biological mother. But after hearing this, the daughter-in-law laughed. She had never seen her boyfriend's mother before, and the woman in front of her was so young and beautiful, how could she be her future mother-in-law? She didn't believe it at all. Moreover, her boyfriend had said that her mother-in-law would arrive at 5 o'clock and should still be on the plane back to the country. So she ordered her friends to continue. But just as she was recording with relish, the CEO called and asked if the woman had finished dressing up, and he might be a little late. The woman pretended as if nothing had happened and calmly told the CEO that she knew. At this moment, the CEO's mother heard her son's voice and shouted desperately for her son to save her, but she was gagged by the woman's friend. The woman viciously told her, "My mother-in-law is the CEO of Chen's Group, in charge of all overseas business, and is a strong woman. A woman like you who is promiscuous and unscrupulous is the last one she would like to see. When my mother-in-law comes, I will let her do justice for me." Then she let her friends take the CEO's mother to the banquet hall. What's more, the daughter-in-law saw the photo that the woman had dropped on the ground and actually humiliated the woman for being involved with another man. In fact, This was the most precious photo left by the woman and her deceased husband. The woman suppressed her anger and told the daughter-in-law that as long as she returned the photo, she could treat everything that happened today as if it had never happened. But the daughter-in-law held the photo high and said, "If you want it, crawl over and beg me." The daughter hesitated for a moment, crawled to the daughter-in-law's side with difficulty, and just wanted to take the photo, but saw the evil smile on the woman's face. Then she tore up the last photo of the woman and her husband. Seeing this scene, the woman finally exploded. She desperately choked the daughter-in-law, crying and shouting, "I want to kill you." However, because she was outnumbered, she was hit on the head with a bottle by the daughter-in-law's biological mother. The woman fainted on the spot. Without knowing the woman's physical condition, the daughter-in-law actually let people drag the woman outside, and she was still imagining her future life as a rich woman with her mother. With the woman's disappearance, the CEO finally arrived at the wedding site. In order to have a say in the rich family in the future, the daughter-in-law actually blamed her fiancé loudly, saying that she had caught his mistress. When her mother-in-law arrived, she would definitely let her do justice for her. The CEO heard these words and was confused, saying that he had never had a mistress. Since his father died, his mother had raised him alone, and he would never do such a thing. But the fiancé was still not reconciled, saying that she had caught his mistress. The CEO seemed to feel that something bad had happened. At this time, he picked up the photo fragments on the ground, his hand began to tremble, and then showed a fierce expression, asking where the woman in the photo was. But the fiancé still didn't realize that she had made a big mistake, and was still humiliating the woman in the photo as a slut, but was grabbed by the CEO. The woman was scared and couldn't speak. At this time, a faint voice came from outside the door. The CEO walked slowly in the direction of the voice, tears welling up in his eyes. When he opened the door, he couldn't believe what had happened. His mother was dragging her body full of scars, struggling on the ground with all her strength. The CEO shouted loudly, "Mom," and everyone present couldn't believe the fact. Then, after the CEO reacted, he hurriedly helped his mother up from the ground and immediately asked his assistant to take his mother for a full body check. And until the CEO sent his mother away with a heavy heart, at this moment, he vowed to find those who had hurt his mother and settle accounts with them one by one. But at this time, as the culprit of everything, the fiancé was scared by the angry CEO and dared not speak. And when she reacted, she still held the CEO's arm with a fluke, saying that she didn't mean to, but the angry CEO immediately slapped the fiancé and angrily choked her neck, asking why she had to hit her. Seeing that the woman was about to be strangled to death by the CEO, his mother suddenly made a grand appearance and asked the CEO to stop. This part ends here. To watch the next part, subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching.